Hey! Music.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, it's a little quiet, but I can hear you. Can you hear me right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Sweet.
Alright. Yeah, I'm live at the moment.
Sweet. Hello, Internet.
Yeah. Haven't quite worked that out yet. I think I'm ready to go. Lols. Okay. Hi. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna invite the guys into the game and then introduce myself, and then I'll bring you in, Christian.
Sweet.
Awesome. AI. What am I doing? Alright, let's start this. I'm gonna count down day 9 style. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Did you put me in the game yet?
Oh, yeah, you'll need to be in the game, won't you?
I will.
Stopping that.
Not to interrupt your countdown too
Not
much.
at all, I'm gonna have to do it again.
Yay.
Alright, once again. 10, 9, 8, 7, speed up, 4, 3. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Avalonstar Live. My name is Brian Veloso, and I am dressed up because it is a fine occasion on this Monday night, Tuesday night. Who cares what night it is? It's a night of my first casting of a best-of-3 match between Isaac Kelly and Daniel, who rocks the house, Lindsley. I apologize. So we're gonna have a best-of-3 match, and the stipulation of this match, the reason this match was created, is there was a site called GitTip.com in which people can tip awesome open source project maintainers. Daniel Lindsley, who you will come to know as Spaz, declined to claim his money that people had tipped him on GitTip, and Isaac, in game, challenged Daniel to a best of 3 in StarCraft casted by yours truly. And if Isaac wins, Daniel must claim the money. So with that said, folks, I'd like to bring in my co-host for this first game. And we have Christian Metz here.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy. How you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Awesome. So we will get started in just a sec. But since this is a good old best of 3 match, if you... to those people in the chat room, if you'd like to tweet out the link, this should be a very fun hour and a half or so, depending on how long these matches go. So with that, we will get started, and let's do it. Are our players ready? She'll see in a sec. Is anybody ready? All right, we're ready on both sides. We're gonna start this up. I'm excited. This is gonna be very interesting.
Daybreak's a good starting map.
Yes, the map will be Daybreak, and this is my choice. The way that we've decided to do this is that I will pick the first map, which is Daybreak, and the loser will pick the second and third maps of the night. If we get to 3, we'll see if we get to 3. So with the introductions, let's get this started. In the bottom, as our green Protoss, we have the person who will not claim his money. We have Spaz, and the person who wants said Spaz to claim his money. In the top right corner, as our red Terran, we have Isaac. Now it's a pleasure to have Christian on the broadcast tonight, because Christian, Isaac, and Dan are all players that I had started out with when I started getting back into StarCraft. I'd never really played very competitively before then, so these are 2 players that I have played a lot and have lost to a lot. So do we have any beginning thoughts from you?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that I hope Isaac wins this, because, darn it, Daniel deserves to take his money. He does rock the house, as you mentioned earlier.
Agreed.
But it's actually pretty interesting, because both these guys are pretty evenly matched, skill-wise.
Yeah, they've both come very far in the past 6 months. I think it's been about 6 months since we've started playing on a 2 to 3 time a week basis. So we've seen Isaac go from a bio ball master to somebody who will stand outside your door at 7 minutes with an entire army of siege tanks. And Spaz is somebody who was the GG master of our little group. He would always quit a bit early because when he didn't see any way out of a certain situation, and he's definitely gotten a lot better at staying through games. And
he's gotten so much better, and
yes.
he's gotten, and that alone has helped him get the practice he needed to keep getting better.
So with that said, it seems like we have a very standard opening here. We got a barracks on the low ground for Isaac, and it looks like he's going to be fast expanding. On the other end, we have a very standard build out for Protoss. I just noticed there's no sound coming out of StarCraft here.
Control S.
Control S. Disabled any. Oh man.
It's okay. Dana does it all the time.
Yes, he does. There is now sound, people. I will give this a shot here.
It's going to be interesting to see how quickly Daniel scouts the fast expand and how he reacts to that. keep caught up with the economy.
It doesn't seem like he's scouted yet. So when he...
There his probe goes right now.
Oh, his probe is on his way. And we have Isaac's SCV just kind of chilling over there. Let's see here. Huh. StarCraft refuses to play sound.
Daniel might be going for a 4-gate here. He's Corona boosting warp gate research. Yep, looks like it. First, I don't think that's a scout probe. I think that's a pylon probe.
Pylon probe, we shall see. Oh, we have 2 probes going out. One to scout the expansion that just finished. Wow, this quiet stuff is really starting to bother me. Sorry, folks. I am going to... There's seriously no sound. Oh no, there is. It's just really soft. So maybe you can... I will try and fix this as you can take over for me for a sec, Christian.
Alright, Daniel has laid down 2 forward pylons. He's got his Zealot and his Stalker heading in. And we'll see how prepared Isaac is for this. He does have a bunker up, but only one... Oh, I guess he does have a second Rex finish up at the top. So, we shall see.
Okay, you know
Warp gate is finishing. All 4 gates are almost done.
Now, I haven't seen Daniel actually complete a 4-gate before. You've played with him a lot more than I have.
Also expanding. That's interesting. He's expanding before he hits with the 4-gate. Alright.
Interesting.
All warp gates are made. Let's see what he... Huh.
Oh, we have some semblance of sounds now. Oh, I hear a warp. Okay, so we're working with it, folks.
Warp gates are up, but he's just backed off. He just was going to use that to expand, I guess. Supply-wise, he's actually ahead of Isaac.
He is. I'll move your little Skype nib out of the way. It's going to be 32 to 36 on
and they're even in the worker count, but that does give Isaac an advantage because of mules.
Very true. Man, I am so caught off guard here. Okay, there we go. We got a production tab up. We got a factory coming down for Isaac. 4 stalkers ready to come out. And let's see, where did he place those stalkers? Okay, they're at his main base, so he's not going to be pressuring anytime soon.
Dropping some pylons around the map, but I think just building up. We'll see what he does tech-wise, because right now he's just got the 4 gates. And a forge.
Have hallucination coming down, as in addition to 5 sentries.
Oh, awesome.
Got a forge coming down, almost done. I'm still working on this sound. Cannot hear a damn thing.
Both of them are playing pretty darn defensive.
It is, and Dan did say in the StarCraft chat before that he did not want these games to take 3 hours. In light of that, he's not acting on that promise.
Looks like Isaac's going for a reactored medevacs.
Sort of very standard for Isaac. Do we see any... Yep, he has a reactor coming down for his factory. Oh, it's probably going to be for his starport, and he's going to come out a little later than usual with his siege tanks. Now, something that I've always kind of like ripped my hair out of when it came to watching Isaac play is that he's not one to build marauders. And Spaz is a very stalker-heavy type of guy here. He'll always play stalker-heavy. And, you know, wouldn't it be... Obviously, stalker... Marauder is the one-up on stalker, so wouldn't Isaac, having played Protoss so much, be a lot more open to producing more marauders?
I think he might. It'd probably serve him well to mix a few in, but Marines do deal a lot more damage than Marauders do, even to Stalkers. The biggest advantages of Marauders there being the concussive shells that slow things down.
That's true. He seems to want to get as many... Oh, we have the hallucination. I'm trying to do some scouting for Spaz there, and there's a SCV on the other end. Giving away Spaz's position and his army, and it looks like Isaac's going to move out, probably to the Zelnaga Tower. With that knowledge, he's going to meet that Zealot. That Zealot will meet his fate in a few seconds.
And he did.
Barely.
Fate met.
One hit off of the Marine. So any chance of Spaz making a push here via the warp gate, via the forward pylon, is now gone.
He does have the one other one up above, but that's all he's got. I think he's going to try to hold this first push, though. See how that happens. Isaac did not send everything. He still got his bunkers full and some more things back to home, so see how effective this push is, or if he continues with it.
I think he feels pretty confident about what he saw with it, what he scouted with his SCV. So upgrade-wise, Isaac is still 0-0. 1-1 is about to complete, and he's probably going to time that just right as Spaz's units are all 1-0. And here's the drop from Isaac.
Oh, that's going to be messy.
Yes, it is. Let's see how long it takes Spaz to react.
Probe's going down. Oh, he walled himself off good. He was going to have a hard time getting up there.
Oh, yes, he did. I don't think he will be able to get up there.
Isaac should be going for the probes, but I guess
He's going to try and, yep, he's going to power off the buildings first, and then go for the probes.
4 more gateways below. I wonder if Spaz just going for the counter?
I think he is. I think we're going to have a base trade situation here.
I'm not sure he can break the front, though.
No, he won't be able to break the front. We have a third base coming down for Isaac, as well as a good army up front here.
Spaz has a lot of money, but he's going to lose all of his... No, not yet. Oh, well.
Oh, we have a GG from Spaz. Too early, too early.
Not a whole lot too early, but
I would have liked to, I mean, too early in the sense that I would have liked to see
actually see the fight,
the end of the game. So
maybe Spaz secretly wants his money.
You think he does? Secretly wants it? Oh, maybe he just bailed out so he can start game 2 quickly, which we will do. We will start game 2 as soon as we get the map pick from Spaz.
You gonna swap out for Nito?
Yes, we will do that. And
pleasure casting with you, sir. We should do it again.
Yes, definitely. And I will talk to you in the chat room, sir.
Toodles.
See ya. Now we're going to try and get Nate on here. Oh, now that... Okay. So apparently... Ooh, cover your ears, folks. Okay, apparently Skype messed with my sound control. So before I invite Nate, I'm going to take care of these sound settings. Controlled them for me. Son of a... Alright. Get a little music for you guys while I am... Let's see what to play for you guys. Some Xenogears. Why not? Okay, so looking for Mr. Nate. Be back with you in a sec, folks.
Hello.
Hey, Nate.
Awesome.
How goes it?
Pretty good.
Good.
Just deployed some new stuff to Day 9 TV.
Awesome. What'd you deploy for our lovely viewers?
Like subscriptions to your posts. So like you have control over like what you subscribe to, and then it'll uses Django notifications. But I've done a bunch of customizations to make it use Celery and a few other things.
Awesome. So those are live now then?
Yep.
Sweet. Alright, so we are going to wait for Spaz to pick a map. And, should I just pick a map here? So while Dan's picking his map, have you been otherwise, Nate?
Been trying to get stuff out for the website. You know, we've kind of limited the signups while to kind of like make sure things don't explode, and also kind of like get the features kind of ironed out.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to, get a lot more people signed up, but I don't want to do that until I get a lot more, functionality. So I'm really kind of trying to get a lot of stuff done.
Makes sense. Keeping you busy then?
Yep.
For those of you out there who don't know, Nate here, or is it Natmaster or Nate Master?
You should call me NATO.
NATO, okay. So NATO here works for the venerable Day 9. He is the awesome Django developer that actually rebuilt the Day 9 TV from scratch and launched it successfully. Was that 2 weeks ago now?
No, actually 1 week ago. It seems
ago?
like forever.
Jesus,
But
it does seem like forever.
yeah.
Man, okay. So, yeah, last week, Day 9 TV relaunched to awesome fanfare, and yeah, he's joining me here tonight to cast this game, and oh wow, Isaac is gone. You're actually the team captain of the Team Microsoft during the After Hours Game League, right?
Yeah, during season 1. Yep.
Season 1 of
and that's the one that we won. So
Yeah. So we're gonna have good commentary tonight, folks. He's gonna cover for my short. Oh, he changed his map. Belshire Beach. Okay. We're gonna recreate, folks. And you know what? I don't think I have Belshire Beach. Let's see here. Is it? It's Okay, he wants Ohana. Jeez, the indecisiveness, my friends. So Ohana it is. We will be back on Ohana, and I will get all of these guys invited, and we will get this started. Okay, we got it ready from Dan. Waiting on Isaac. All right, let's get this started.
So I noticed these players are in bronze, but you know the skill distribution in bronze is pretty wide. So what would you say? Are they kind of near the top of bronze, like they play with silvers, or?
I would definitely say they would be silvers at this point. Isaac high silver, if not low gold. I think he's really gotten to that point with his builds lately. Spaz would definitely be a solid silver.
Cool.
So with that, I'm gonna introduce our players and the freaking Skype piece of crap. Anyway, let's introduce them first. In the top right on Ohana, top left, I'm sorry, we have our blue Protoss down 1-0, down 0-1. And see if he actually wants the money that's up for grabs here. He is Daniel Lindsley, otherwise known as Spaz. His opponent down in the lower right. I am dyslexic. We have our red Terran. He goes by Isaac. Now, PVT on Ohana. Your thoughts, Nate?
You know, I've been struggling a lot against Protoss lately, and so this kind of happened around the same time this map appeared. So I'm not really sure as far as the map balance goes with regard to PvT, because I just like lose to everything. Mm-hmm. One interesting thing to note is there are very handy cliffs for some sort of blink play, though I doubt Spaz will be doing that, because last game it was an opportune time to go blink and he did not. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
All right. So it looks like Skype's gonna completely kill the sound here, so I'm gonna try and move this up as far as possible without killing everybody's ears. And it looks like that's gonna do well enough for now. We're gonna have our first scout here by Isaac, and Spaz is now moving down to do a scout of his own. Got again barracks on the low ground and an early expansion at the natural from Isaac.
Now I'm wondering, does Spaz know about chrono boosts? Because
he does, and he was using them pretty liberally. They're chrono boosting warp gate now.
So I guess he's trying to maximize his warp gate timing as opposed to getting a better economy.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. That's what I usually see from him. Although it seems like Dan has all of the right elements for being able to make good plays. It's just like one or two little I guess fibs is all I would really call them. Are what he makes. Like the last game, he placed about 6 or 7 forward pylons, but didn't use any of them to warp in units to protect them. He could have definitely set up a more aggressive position last game. He has this thing called his cannon contain, which is sort of like a mix between a cannon rush and a block in. So he definitely has interesting plays, but I'm sure they would be a lot more effective with a lot more practice. And speaking of the forward pylon, he's going to place one right near the middle of the map. Again, I hope he actually uses this one.
Yeah, I just want to comment on something that Isaac is doing.
Go ahead.
So if you'll notice, he recently just moved one of his SCVs from one of the watchtowers up there.
Yep.
And for a while, he had an SCV at each watchtower.
Yes.
And actually, this is not necessary. If you have one on the closest watchtower, there's no way at this point in the game someone's going to sneak around that point just because of where the watchtower goes, and
Yes.
so he could have had that SCV mining in
true.
that time. So it seems like a mistake to me.
Yeah, every SCP does count, and that as somebody who's definitely not at the level or close to the level, but not definitely at the level of these guys, every SCP does count. So we're gonna have a few more forward pylons put down for Spaz. I wonder why he's sort of
He's like, hey, look, my
leapfrogging
pylon's right here. He wants them to know.
That's true. Vision, he you will see the pylon there, but he is going to attack early with 4, 5, 6 stalkers.
Now he needs to move SCVs, or he's going to lose that bunker really fast.
And he is actually going to lose that bunker.
Oh man, this is not going to be
They look
good.
like they were rallied to the other bunker, and those SCVs are going to attempt to fix it with 2 zealots coming into the mix now. He's going to pull all of his SCVs and his mules to try and prevent this attack. We got the 2 zealots going down, and those 1 stalker stuck, and it seems like he finally is going to be able to save this bunker, and hopefully Spaz will notice that before. Oh no, it's turned again.
Now I just want to say the bunker
ahead.
placement is not in such a way that it prevents any sort of harassment behind. So I think he should have just walked past this bunker and ignored it, because there's nothing blocking up to the main. He doesn't know that, but he does know that he'll have free reign of the natural if he just walks past it. Although at this point he's just killed it.
Yeah, he just took out pretty much everything that Isaac has up front. If you look at the units, Isaac only has 2 Marines at this point. In comparison to 6 Stalkers and 5 Zealots, he's gonna go after those barracks on the low ground, which are the only 2 barracks that Isaac has. Isaac has nothing, and he's gonna pull his SCVs to try and save the day. But the SCVs are not gonna do much against these Zealots, and they're taken out very handily. 2 more Marines come out and quickly go down, and there's our GG from Isaac. We are tied up 1-1.
Now, I just want to say that a comment on the FCV pulling, and I know it's very kind of counterintuitive to want to pull your SCVs from the worker line until you're like absolutely desperate, but actually, even if you think you're going to win the battle, it's often good to pull the SCVs because just that little buffer will make the battle so much in your favor. That you'll actually end up usually being in a position to counterattack and definitely stop the army a lot faster. And then you won't actually lose that many SCVs. You can easily pull them back to the mineral line. Now, I'm not saying pull all your SCVs, but pull a good portion. And then the other important thing is you want your SCVs engaging the stalkers, because then the stalkers are shooting at the SCVs, which is buffering the stalker damage, as well as you don't want zealots hitting anything. And so if you're having SCVs attack zealots, you're like giving the zealots free SCV kills.
That's very true. That is a tactic we see a lot in a lot of the higher level games, correct? Where, especially in all-ins, for instance, where they'll leave like 2 or 3 SCVs at the mineral line just to be able to replenish Marines.
Yeah, but just defensively, pulling SCVs. I actually noticed, I realized this watching Thorzane's play when he kind of became prominent. He would be pulling SCVs in all sorts of situations. They're going to be like, wait, does he really need to do that? But then it ended up, he just killed the army so fast, he didn't actually lose that much mining time. And it actually turned it out to be a huge benefit.
Very interesting. So with that said, we have Game 3 about to start here. We're going to be on Cloud Kingdom as Isaac's map pick. And pretty much down to a best of 1 at this point. So we're going to see if everybody is ready to go. Got it ready from Dan. So I guess while we're waiting for Isaac's ready, just to get a little bit, get to know my co-host a little bit more. So I'm trying to remember the interview on the AHGL site. Were you at your best? You were high plat diamond, or?
Oh, I was in Masters.
You were Masters, okay. Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm in Diamond now because I'm completely out of practice.
I see.
Yeah.
Did you play Brood War at all?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
For many years.
Gotcha.
There wasn't a year in my life after Brood War came out that I did not play it at least some.
Very cool. Looking back on it and just seeing, I had gotten back into the StarCraft community pretty late, and I'm pretty sure I've now been hitting myself for giving up Brood War all those years ago, because I did play a lot with cousins of mine, and I did play on the early BattleNet and ran away whenever I saw Korean flag, things like that. Memories of the old BattleNet, but yeah, man, I can only imagine what would have been like if I had stayed on. So, when did you change to StarCraft 2 then? When it came out, you played in the beta, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So I actually made a pact with some of my hardcore Brood War buddies at Microsoft that if one of us got in the beta, that we would share the account. And so just so happens that one of us got in the beta, and so I was sharing some guy's account at the very beginning, and then later on I was able to get my own and do that. So I have been playing since day one of the beta. And I actually started off playing as Protoss because I was Protoss in Brood War. And then I switched to Zerg, and then I finally switched to Terran at the end.
And Terran's been your
basically
race.
Followed the wave of OP-ness. Like
throughout the patches, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, so like Protoss was really OP at the beginning. Then they got nerfed a lot. And then Zerg was OP because roaches were pretty ridiculous. So I just like only built roaches as Zerg.
Oh man.
And when that was patched, I was like, well, now I don't even know what to do. So I guess this is a good time to switch to Terran.
And you've been Terran ever since.
Took a really long time to learn actually. Because they have so many units that are so different, and there's lots of like microing techniques you have to learn.
Yeah. So
it took several months to get as good as I was at Terran. And then by release time, I was in Master League, so I've been Master League every season. Well, was that? Oh no, that was mid-season 1, right?
Yeah.
So at launch, I was in Diamond, and then they added Master League.
Oh
and
yes, because they added that later. Yes.
Yeah. So I was in Master League until like a few months ago, whenever Terran was destroyed. Anyway.
Terrans, yeah. Yes, we have heard your comments on the current state of Terran, and with the lack of Terran in recent tournaments, I am getting to believe you a little bit. So with that said, it seems like we have a very standard openings for either players. We have both gases being taken from Isaac, something that we haven't seen in his past 2 games. He might go Fast Factory, I believe. Fast Factory or a Banshee. Banshee Harass, which is something he's been practicing at, I believe his timing is at 11 minutes or so. But I haven't seen that from him in a while. We have the Scout coming in from Spaz. And it might not be
I really like that he had left that SCV there. Not all the time will the Protoss be scouting the entirety of their base. You can often get away with hiding it and then get a scout at a time where they normally wouldn't expect you to come in.
Nothing out of the ordinary for Spaz. So you have 3 gates, 2 gates coming down. Cybernetics core is up. Doesn't have he has the gas to do Orb Gate, but hasn't started it yet. Do you have a forward pylon being placed at Isaac's 3rd? And Warp Gate research has begun. Isaac's SCV has retreated back to his Naturals Spaz's Naturals mineral line as our 2 gateways finish a total of 3.
Now, I would really like to see a Twilight Council go up. No. That would have been... Blink Play is extremely good on this map because the cliff edges for the main base are really, really long.
Yes, very true.
So it's really hard to play defensively against Blink Play.
That would be something that would be completely unexpected from Spaz, and it would pretty much would certainly win him the game if he introduced Blink Play into that cliff, and he's gonna send that probe over the cliff and send him back. He might try what he did last game, and just kind of mass producing units once Warp Gate finishes, which is going to be in about less than 10 seconds actually. Got another the scout from Isaac there sees it's being chronoed, so he does know that he should be looking for a forward pylon. He's going to hide again over on the side of the base, and we do have warp-ins from Spaz. So he's going to try and break down the front door. Looks like Isaac's supply blocked, which is not going to be helping him much, considering that Spaz is not. Spaz is once again doing his leapfrog bit with the pylons. Isaac will not be able to see that from there, so he is safe for the time being. And go figure, the one time that Spaz or that Isaac does not fast expand is when Spaz actually gets control of the natural here. He is building a command center as Spaz is now proceeding to break down the front door. Those SCVs are going to try and fix that bunker, but he's going to focus fire on the supply depot first, sending Isaac close to being supply blocked again. Got 2 stalkers lost as they move up and in, and not odd mood for Spaz as he tries to take out as many SCVs as possible. The mineral line switches back to Marines. Four stalkers now as half the SCVs are pulled to try and get rid of these stalkers. Now we're down to one.
He needs to close that off really fast.
Yes, he does. We have 4 zealots being warped in now. And we do have, okay, these Marines do have sim. The bunker, is the bunker gonna stay? Yes, it is gonna stay, and those zealots are gonna be taken out. Now we have photon cannons being put down at the forwardmost pylon with 3 more stalkers coming up.
Now the funny thing is he can actually just take out that top pylon and unpower the cannons from the high ground without them being any sort of threat.
That's very true.
But that is only true if he puts another depot so the guy can't walk in.
Yes. And it looks like he's going to opt to put down a bunker instead.
Actually, yeah, this would be really good if he really bunkers up his defense and then does a drop in the main, because Spaz is not going to have anything in his main. Although he looks to be getting a Twilight Council right now.
See, that is
They're doing exactly what I said.
Yep, Twilight Council. He's going to see if he can keep Isaac's attention on the incoming warp gate, or the gateway units.
No, fire the pylon!
Yep, he's going to complete the pylon that has no shields left. 4 zealots are coming in, and they're quickly disposed of by those bunkers.
Okay, so Spaz is just giving 3 units away. That's cool.
He is. As that pylon is ready to go down, Isaac now has his tanks up, and 2 medevacs are on their way after Isaac unblocks himself. That SCV is still there in Spaz's base.
Now at this point he should just unload both those bunkers because he has that tank, and then do a drop. Because he knows he just killed everything. He's going to try and land on a pylon.
That's not going to work, Isaac.
Do a drop!
He's still
If he
supply
dropped right now, he would win the game.
He would, but these medevacs would be done by now if he didn't supply block himself. And looks like he finally built a he's building a few supply depots to solve that, and here comes his first 2 medevacs, which I am pretty sure he'll be using to drop.
Well, he actually had those 2 medevacs for a long time.
Oh yes, he did have. Oh, I'm sorry, second set of medevacs.
Yeah, yeah.
Here. So yes, he could have dropped. And while Spaz did protect against that, oh, we have a Dark Shrine going down for Spaz. I have not seen any DT play from Spaz before, so this should be very interesting.
You know what they say, when behind Dark Shrine.
Dark Shrine. Your employer would be very proud of you right now, Nate. I like to channel my inner Day 9 all the time, so I am an avid fan. So it looks like all of that frontal assault action will be taken out with that last pylon. And scan coming down from Isaac.
Now, as long as he... Oh, no. He just used all his energy.
He did.
Went ahead, don't use your energy. It's bad. Gotta save your energy for a Dark Shrine. It's like it's the corollary to when behind Dark Shrine.
Yes,
it
is.
You know they're behind, they're gonna try and use your DTs, so save your energy.
Let's see, we have 2 DTs coming in, warped in at the front of the base here, accompanying 3 Stalkers and a Zealot. They're gonna go scout and see a good army coming in here, and engaging.
Oh, that's a mistake.
That is a huge mistake, as now he knows he has DTs, but Isaac isn't doing anything about it. Oh, now he does. And goodbye DTs.
Okay, now I expect to see some turrets go up, because he has 2 engineering bays.
He does.
Oh, and he just put a mule down. Okay, I don't know. That's... Okay, guys, when you see DTs, don't drop all your energy on mules.
Definitely leaning in Spaz's favor here, although he is 30 supply down, but he's going to try and attack with this. There are no DTs out there, so looks like he spent the rest of the money on more Zealots, a Sentry, and some Stalkers. Oh, it looks like we're going to have that drop you were asking for, Nate.
Yay!
Drop to the side of the base coming. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen?
Now, I feel like even with 50 APM, you can get this drop going. Let me see what he's doing. This is just really bugging me.
He's working on his natural right now. He's building a refinery.
I see.
Point,
it's like, oh, dropping, that's not important. Oh, I see, he wants to siege up. That's cool.
Getting 1-1.
I think he just wants to show off at this point.
And here's the drop. Here's the drop. Oh, we have a DT out. We have a DT. Did he save enough for energy? No, he's going to pick them right back up, and those sentries are going to try and take the medevacs down to no avail and get attacked by that siege tank. 1 sentry's taken out, and both the rest are. That's not something you do. He's going to try and take down those medevacs, and again, engaging the siege tank. Siege tank takes out 3, 4, 5 units before leaving, and it looks like we're gonna have a new focus on DTs now from Spaz. We have 2 here as he redrops and scans. His DTs are going to be taken out quickly, but not before doing a little bit of damage to those Marines. And Spaz is not going to win that one either, as Isaac is going to try and press as hard as he can, which is odd considering Isaac wants Spaz to take the damn money. But he's not going to sacrifice any of his skill in order to get there. So we're going to have 3 photon cannons try to come down, but it seems like it's too little too late. One is shot down immediately. We have the GG from Spaz, and that is it. Isaac wins 2-1. And I personally think, you know, Dan should still take the money, but that's just me. All right, so that is it for our best of 3, and with that, after I turn my sound down, I will bid you, Nate Farewell. Thank you for casting with me. Hopefully we can do this again in the future.
Yep, my pleasure.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
So that brings us to the end of our 3-match. I'm glad it went best of 3. I really wish that Dan could have pulled through, but Daniel did do a great job that last game. He didn't. He did seem down in a few points, but he did not pull out of the game early. So I am definitely very proud of Daniel for how far he's come in the past few months. And Isaac, well, I can't beat the guy, so congratulations to Isaac, and maybe we'll slip GitTips to Daniel during his talk during DjangoCon. That'll be it for this short edition of Avalonstar Live. My name is Brian Veloso. I will catch you again soon. Actually, to those of you who are still watching, today it was announced that my talk for DjangoCon US in Washington, D.C. in September was accepted. And with that, you will be seeing Dapper Brian in Washington, D.C. in September for a yet-to-be-announced, but I'm announcing it now. I'm pulling a day 9 and announcing it before it's actually announced, StarCraft tournament at DjangoCon. Whenever that happens, and whoever it's put together by, I will be casting that live. Hopefully I will have a desk and a few people to join me on the side. The guys are going to get into peep mode, and I'm going to fix my desk because my desk is completely... I made the mistake of buying a desk yesterday, so when I had remembered that we were supposed to do this match tonight, I had to pretty much pull everything together, so it's all in shambles and stuff. I turned the camera, but it's pretty embarrassing. Anyway, with that, thank you guys for joining me. Join me next time for another great edition of Avalonstar, where hopefully we'll be able to do another one of these best ofs. If you want your matches shoutcasted, definitely give me a ring on Twitter or Facebook or in IRC at Django StarCraft, and I will see you guys next time.